Those of you who have been visitors to the Newman School know that its main office area and its nursing area are very compact and very crowded. In fact, when you compare the Newman office and nursing area to Elliott, for example, Elliott, which is a school that's about half the size of Newman, has over twice as much space for its nurse and for its office and guidance areas than Newman does. So as part of this proposed renovation, one of the things the architects suggest, and because of the code upgrades that are necessary, we would, in many ways, gut what's happening in the main office area and in the nursing area, and we would redeploy existing space so that it's appropriate space for our nurses, for our office folks, and for our guidance counselors. We have very tight space in the clinic right now. It's not at all the kind of space that we need. It's tight, it's compact, it's not useful for the school. In the main office area itself, a lot of folks are bumping into each other and working in very tight quarters. And part of the impetus for this is the reality that many of the doorway openings in the main office and nursing area are not handicap accessible. So those doorway areas and walls have to come down anyhow. And because they have to come down, we thought it'd be wise to rebuild the space in the way that we truly need it and the way that Newman works. In addition, there are some bathrooms in this area that are not handicap accessible. They have to be rebuilt according to current code. And that also is another indication to us that we should re-envision this space and make it the space that will work for Newman now and into the future. This is one of the many fan rooms in the building. All of this equipment will be removed and the space will be reclaimed for workspace, for student space, as the project moves forward. The Newman kitchen is another area that needs significant attention. While we are replacing the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning in the building and upgrading the entire electrical distribution system, it just makes sense to completely gut and renovate the Newman kitchen so that it can be used for the next couple of generations for students. Our custodians have done a great job trying to keep up with this room and with all of its needs, but it simply does not have the electrical infrastructure anymore to service the children and the staff of the Newman School. We have equipment that no longer works and is obsolete. We have workspace that is extremely tight and does not allow for the kind of food service and delivery that this school and this community, which relies heavily on the Newman facility, require. So it is certainly part of the plan to rethink the Newman kitchen, make sure that it's handicap accessible because it presently is not, and install the right electrical system, heating and ventilation systems, lighting systems, and food service delivery systems that will extend its useful life. The auditorium component of this project is also very important if we want to extend the useful life of this building. The Newman Auditorium, as it exists today, does not have air conditioning, does not have the heating and ventilation system it needs, and this project would provide heating, ventilation, and air conditioning for this building. And while we are at it, we thought it made a lot of sense to go into the ceiling, install the fire suppression system that's required by code, and in addition, replace the electrical system that is outdated and obsolete and really does not provide for the functioning of this building. And as we know, and in this auditorium, this particular auditorium is used by so many community groups. It's very important to make sure that we extend its useful life as well. And so the proposal is to replace the electrical and lighting systems within the auditorium and also install a sound system that really makes sense, because right now what we have is simply inadequate. We have a catwalk system above this wooden cloud that is made out of wood. It's rickety, and it would be replaced with a metal and a steel structure. We also would be able to install some theatrical lights beyond the 4, actually, that we have in the auditorium right now. We would be able to replace in its entirety the electrical board that does not work and does not provide for the productions and the meetings that take place in this building and in this auditorium routinely. So the auditorium component is a very important portion of this project. Another major component of this project, and frankly a component that makes this a complicated and complex project, is what do we do with students during construction and how will construction safely be done on campus? What we propose to do is to house students in modular classrooms out in the existing Newman parking lot. We would segment off most of the building so that renovation and construction could take place. Students would access the existing gym, cafeteria, auditorium, and those core spaces would be connected to modular classrooms that would temporarily be built in the Newman parking lot. A bus loop and parking would surround the modular classrooms during construction. We would also take advantage of available space at Pollard for our youngest students in preschool, case, and kindergarten. So what is Needham's share of this project? Well, the total project cost is estimated to be $27.4 million. Again, the Massachusetts School Building Authority believes this is a good project, and they are willing to share in reimbursing the town about $8.6 million of this project, which means the town's share will be $18.8 million. There are three realities of the Newman project that are important for the community to understand. First of all, we begin and end with student and staff health and safety as a priority. This is a good project, and we will continue to make sure that the health and safety of the students is a priority during the project and for generations to come. Secondly, this facility happens to be an important venue for the community. We use this auditorium for many theatrical productions. The Historical Society is based on this campus. The town's preschool and extended day programs are on this campus, and certainly Parks and Rec and a variety of school programs take advantage of the gymnasium and all the facilities within Newman. So it is an important school and structure for the community. And lastly, it's also an important reality that the MSBA believes this is a good project, that this is a worthwhile project, and it is worth the investment. This past week, Needham's special town meeting voted in anticipation of the outcome of the December 8th override question to appropriate the $27.4 million for the renovation in Newman. In fact, town meeting voted unanimously to support this project. I hope you find this information helpful. If you'd like more information about the Newman renovation project, please go to the Needham Public Schools website and click onto the Newman renovation update page. Thanks.